The NFL is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Here's Richie James on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into passing in the running game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, 49ers.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
At the 8-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Garoppolo again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Garoppolo looks to throw once more, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 8 yards out, and the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Steelers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. March 59. March 59. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
24. 54.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
An 11-yard touchdown. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Steelers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Steelers nothing.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Hands to James Conner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, it's Connor.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Roethlisberger keeps it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Middle. Motion. Reset.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 34-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Quarter. I'm coming after you. These 2. I'm coming after you. Mike 5-4.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron. 34 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
19 yards.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 4th down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for it.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
You got it, son. Right there. 54 miles. Coming to you. No spacing. Mark 54. Set the tone, defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last week. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
2 yards on the pickup.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That's a 30-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Stiff-armed him. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On play action, now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Steelers 14-yard line.
– 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
2 brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 19 yards that time for number 19.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tarvarius Moore on the tackle.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Steelers 10.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hilton. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. On 1st down, Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Try to do better.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown!
Eric Ebron. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Niners 24, Steelers 17. Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Vince Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They begin on the ground here with Conner. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Ebron's got it. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 62 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Good. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Conner, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right back to Conner here on first. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the
44-yard
line.
Here we go, here we go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Like 20. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be like
On second down, it's Conner. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
35-yard line.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This from 52, and this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This from 52, and this for the win. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of OT for Garoppolo. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, San Francisco.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
49ers.
This is Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Connor on first down going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Check 59, right? No spacing. 59. Show that bench releases, go.
Now what can Roethlisberger do here in overtime? Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Here's James. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions is going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Connor, and they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Now 4th down.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Connor. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
James Conner on the carry. Joe Walker on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
6.
Gun. Hey, let's go.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
I got you. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the slant. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. 65. Check tight.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
21. Here we go. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Garoppolo now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. The 40, the 30, this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass, ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Play action, Garoppolo. And they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and run for him with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point.
The point after.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Steelers 21, 49ers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Oh, and now some space to operate. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 57 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Steelers 21, 49ers 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Steelers.
From the gun, a give to Conner. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try to surge ahead with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Easy, easy. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Let's go. 54.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
James Conner, the ball.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 54. Mike 54. It's just me. That's spin. Set. 54 is Mike. 24. Check. Block 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
For the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
31.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. Switch.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Mostert.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Garoppolo. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Lane. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Boswell.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 38, 49ers 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They're running it. Check nine, check nine.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Here it comes. Showing up.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and...
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy...
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, Doug. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
11.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.